graduated from Rowan University in the spring of 2022 with a sports communication and media degree. I got to actually call minor league baseball and G League basketball games while I was in school. And then I graduated, and as soon as I graduated, I went to NFL Films in Mount Laurel, New Jersey. And as much as I loved that experience, I miss putting on the headsets. I decided, you know what, talk is cheap. I have a laptop that's in my house, and so 21 months later, here we are, still on YouTube, calling games and building an incredible, loving community on here with the people that I call my Philly freaks with a capital P and a capital H. We go live for every single Phillies, Sixers, and Eagles game, and we do it like old school radio play-by-play style. I'm Jason Joseph, and this is Play-by-Play with JJ.
I showed a swung on barrel. Get out to right field. Bye-bye baseball.
That baby is long gone.
Welcome aboard to another edition of MLB Diamondzone here on Play-by-Play with JJ. Alrighty, hopefully you're all doing well. Hello everybody, my name is Jason Joseph. This is Play-by-Play with JJ. Make sure you guys hit the thumbs up button, hit that subscribe button as well, and turn on the notification bell icons too, and that way you will know when we do go live. We got 10 games today. We have 10 games tonight. That's really what it is. We got 90 innings of baseball. Let's go. That's about ready to start in 2 minutes. Okay, so let's recap what has gone on today in Major League Baseball. That's why we wanted to get on here a couple of minutes early before first pitch of Cardinals and Marlins. So we're going to do that right now. So just to recap what has happened in baseball today, the Pittsburgh Pirates, we have 4 final scores. We got the Pirates beating the Blue Jays by a final score of 2-1. The Pittsburgh Pirates were able to get the series win against the Toronto Blue Jays. Oviedo got the win. Bassett ended up getting the loss, and getting the save was Dennis Santana. That was his 9th of the season. He's taken over as the closer since David Bednar was traded to the New York Yankees. So 2-1 final score there. Offensively speaking, not a lot of offense in that one. If you did have George Springer, he did hit a solo home run in the first inning, and then Tommy Pham had a 2-run double in the bottom of the first inning, and that was just it. That was all she wrote in that game, offensively speaking. The Pirates left 9 men on base, and the Blue Jays, they just left 4. Okay, what else do we have? We have the Philadelphia Phillies putting up 20 hits and scoring 11 runs today against the Seattle Mariners. So they won by a final score of 11-2. Kyle Schwarber homered. Trey Turner had 5 hits in that game. Julio Rodriguez did hit a solo home run. If you had Jesus Luzardo, I got to tell you, he pitched a gem today. 6 innings, 12 strikeouts, and only 1 earned run. He was really, really good. So he was dominant out there on the mound. 3 hits allowed, 2. And the Phillies were able to get the win 11-2 against the Seattle Mariners. You got the Tigers beating the Houston Astros by a final score of 7-2 there. Framber Valdez really struggled on the mound. He ended up only going 5 innings. He allowed 7 earned runs. He struck out 2 batters, gave up 7 hits. And Charlie Morton ended up going 6 innings against his former ball club. He struck out 8 batters. He allowed 3 hits and 2 earned runs in that ball game. Offensively speaking, Andy Ibanez had himself quite a day. Dingler also had a pretty good day as well. Andy Ibanez ended up going 1 for 4 with a run scored and an RBI. Torkelson went 1 for 4 with a run scored and an RBI as well. Dingler 2 for 4. For the Houston Astros, they ended up getting some, they only got 2 RBI in that game. And Mauricio Dubon ended up hitting the 2-run home run that was hit in the 4th inning. So those are the scores there. And finally, you got the Guardians beating the Arizona Diamondbacks. Excuse me. I have to make sure that I get this correct. The Diamondbacks actually beat the Cleveland Guardians. Sorry about that. Guardians were up 2-1 going on into the bottom of the 9th inning. And Andrew Sal Frank ended up getting the win. And Diamondbacks able to walk it off in the bottom of the 10th. Lourdes Gurriel Jr. had the game-tying home run, and Del Castillo had the walk-off single, too. Lourdes Gurriel Jr. also had an RBI single in the bottom of the first inning, so that was all your offense over there. Messick pitched for Cleveland, 6 2/3, 6 strikeouts, 7 hits, 1 earned run allowed for him on the day. And Brandon Pfaadt ended up going 7 innings. He allowed 2 earned runs for the Arizona Diamondbacks and ended up only allowing 5 hits, too. All right, so we are ready to get things started. Let's go to Miami. All right, so let's get Diamond Zone underway. The 90 innings of baseball starts right now. Very nice. Okay, so let's go there. All righty. So for the Marlins are in the top of the first inning. It is scoreless out in Miami. Hit that thumbs up button. Subscribe to the channel. In just a little bit, we'll have Mets and Nationals at 6:45. And then during the 7 o'clock hour, you got Braves and White Sox at 7:15. Rays take on the Yankees at 7:35. You got Twins and A's over at 7:40. And then Rangers, Royals at 7:40 as well. During the 8 o'clock hour, you got 2 games. It'll be Cubs taking on the Milwaukee Brewers to finish up their 5-game sets. And the Rockies are hosting the LA Dodgers at 8:40 p.m. Eastern Time. Ohtani is pitching in that game. Reds are playing the Angels at 9:30 p.m. Eastern Time. And then at 9:40, it'll be Giants and Padres to end the night. Okay, so let's go to this St. Louis Cardinals game. There's already 1 out. Kyle Stowers just made a nice catch in front of the wall out in right field. And there is out number 2. So we'll be focusing on the Cardinals-Marlins game and then the Mets-Nationals again. They'll get started in just a few moments. And we will go there as soon as we can. For the Cardinals, they have Alec Burleson up at the plate. The count is 0-1 to him. And he just swung on and missed a fastball down the middle. Sandy Alcantara is pitching for the Miami Marlins. If you have him in fantasy, he is going today. And Andres Palante will be pitching for the St. Louis Cardinals. Hopefully you're all doing well and having yourselves a very, very fantastic day. All righty. No balls, 2 strikes, and the 0-2 is fouled away. St. Louis has Lars Nootbaar, Ivan Herrera, and Alec Burleson. The 0-2 from Alcantara, and that is fouled away. Nootbaar, Herrera, Burleson, Contreras, Wilson Contreras, that is, Nolan Gorman, Thomas Segis, Yoel Pozo, Jose Furman, Jordan Walker, and then it's Jose Furman. And on the mound for them is Andre Palante. The 0-2 pitch, that misses inside for a ball. The Marlins have Xavier Edwards, Jacob Marcy, Augustin Ramirez, Liam Hicks, and then they also have DHing Heriberto Hernandez, who is DHing Joey Weimer, and then it'll be Troy Johnston in the outfield for them, and Javier Sanoya over at third base, and the third baseman, the shortstop, that is Maximo Acosta. 1 ball, 2 strikes. Burleson at the plate. And the 1-2 fly ball. This one's hit out over towards right center field. It'll stay in the ballpark. And the center fielder's there to make the grab. And the inning is over. All right. So we are going to the bottom of the first out at Lone Depot Park. And the Marlins will be back in just a few moments. Okay. So we can put this back up here. How's everybody doing in the chat? What's up, Eric? How are you? We got Diamond Zone, baby. God dang, that was an embarrassment today. Luzardo was absolutely brilliant today, JJ. Eric, he was sensational. This was his best outing that he has had since June. He was calm, cool, collected out there. He looked so confident. And that's all that we've been asking for out of Jesus Luzardo for a while. And he was in the zone with that sweeper. That sweeper was lethal. It was arsenic. That was awesome. Congrats on you and congrats on your win, JJ, my friend. Hey, man, you know, your Mariners, I know that they didn't play well in this series, but I would say keep your head up because they do have talents. Do they have holes on defense? Yes. Did Castillo struggle? And did Bryce Miller struggle? Absolutely. Did the Phillies get to Logan Gilbert? Yes. There's questions about this rotation. But, you know, when things are dialed in, I feel like Seattle can still be a big threat. I do. I don't think that Houston is going to be let off the hook for that AL West title. I really don't. All right. So we're going to the bottom of the first inning. The Mets are also underway right now. Francisco Lindor just got on with a leadoff base hit. Daniel is here. What's going on? All right, so we're going to go double diamond. But for right now, we're going to stick to this Mets game because the Mets just got their leadoff man aboard. And Juan Soto is coming up right now. First pitch to Soto, and that's outside for a ball. We'll get to the Mets starting lineup. We'll do that. 1 ball, no strikes. Soto batting .251 on the season. Here's the 1-0. That misses outside for ball 2. Brad Lord is pitching for the Washington Nationals, and Kodai Senga on the mound for the Mets. 2 balls, no strikes to Juan Soto, who homered in last night's game, and he takes the 2-0 at the knees for a called strike. If you have Xavier Edwards in fantasy baseball, he just grounded out for the Marlins. What's up, Lugo? How are you doing, my guy? Two balls, one strike. And that is to Juan Soto. The 2-1 pitch. That looked a little bit outside, but it's called strike 2. Lindor, Soto, Nimmo, Alonso, McNeil, Vientos, Beatty, Mullins, and Torrens are the starting 9 hitters for the New York Mets. 2 balls, 2 strikes to Soto. And the 2-2, that's called a ball. And it looked like it was a strike at the knees. And the count is full at 3-2. For the Nationals, it'll be Wood. That's James Wood, C.J. Abrams, Josh Bell, Luis Garcia Jr. Big 3-2 pitch coming up. And here it comes. Swing and a miss. And Soto is down on strikes. So again, it's Wood, Abrams, Bell, Garcia Jr., DeYoung, Lyle, Cruz, Millis, and Hassel. All right, so we go double diamond. 1 out in the top of the first. Lindor got on with a leadoff single for the New York Mets, and Brandon Nimmo is coming up to the plate. And he will call for time. Agustin Ramirez is up for the Miami Marlins. There's 2 outs there. And nobody on. 1 ball, no strikes to Brandon Nimmo. And the pitch is chopped foul. Don't forget to like. Don't forget to subscribe. We're going to be on for at least another 6 hours or so. We got 90 innings of baseball, folks. 10 games tonight. 1 ball, 1 strike to Brandon Nimmo. Here's the 1-1. Swing and a miss. The 1-2. Ground ball hit over the second base. The throw to shortstop. There's 1. The throw to first. There's 2. It's a double play. And the inning is over. So we go to the bottom of the first out in the nation's capital. And with that, we go back to the Marlins game. Ramirez is getting checked out by the trainers. So hopefully he's okay. JJ, when you come back from your vacation, college football will have officially kicked off. Isn't that crazy? Baseball playoffs will be before we know it. I'm so excited. So the pitch that Augusto Ramirez had was fouled off the knob of the bat. That's what it was ruled as before. But he's now rewarded first base because they say that it hit him right on the hand. Okay. Got the Little League World Series on TV while I got you on my phone, JJ. Let's go. Okay, so the Mets game is currently in a break. It is 6:52 p.m. Eastern Time. We'll have the Braves and White Sox on at 7:15, and then the Yankees and Rays will come up at 7:35. Those will be our next two games. They are in the hole. Braves game's in the hole, and the Yankees-Rays game is batting fourth. That's actually cool. I should do like a lineup. That's really cool. A lineup of games. Yeah. I like that idea. The ball is one strike to Liam Hicks. Nationals ready to start batting in the bottom of the first inning. Kodai Senga is pitching. 99 2/3 of an inning for him this year, and 95 strikeouts for Kodai. And James Wood is up at the plate. He just took outside for ball one. No balls, 2 strikes to Liam Hicks. They got a runner on over at first. The 0-2 is inside for a ball. So 1 ball, 2 strikes here, and 1 ball, 2 strikes here. How's everybody doing tonight? What game are you looking forward to? Let us know down below. A runner now in scoring position for the Marlins on a stolen base. The 1-2 is down for ball 2. Who will score the first run of the night? We got a Diamond Zone alert out in Miami. Wood just struck out. And there's one away in the bottom of the first. Out in Washington. 2 balls, 2 strikes to Liam Hicks. The 2-2 pitch. This ball is rolled in front of the plate, and the throw to first is a strike. And there is out number 3. The Marlins, they threatened with a runner in scoring position, and they are now going to the top of the second inning. Okay, so now we are going to go back to the Nationals game. C.J. Abrams just flied one out towards left center field. Lindor gets under it and makes the catch over on the turf. And there is out number 2. The lineup is a great idea, JJ. You could post your Diamond Zone lineup before the broadcast. Yeah, I never really thought about that. JJ, you can make a playoff race update a part of it too. Yeah, I don't know how to do that. I was thinking about that, and I'm like, well, how would I do that? Especially like in real time when there's so much action going on. I'd have to find like, when there's like 5 or 6 games going on, it would be so tough to do it then because then that's in the heat of the moment. But I guess I could do it like before the thing starts, you know, or even like when we have a break, of course. But it's a little bit hard to pick those zones. 1 ball, 1 strike to Josh Bell. Are the Marlins still alive? They technically are, yes. I'll update you on the standings once this at-bat is done. I will try to pull that up for you guys. I promise. That's a good way to put it, though. 1 ball, 2 strikes. We're in the bottom of the first. There's 2 away out in Washington. And the 1-2 is chopped foul over towards the right side. Okay, so let's do that right now very, very quickly, shall we? Okay, I can turn this on. Maybe not. Did we freeze? Yeah, I have a lot of web browsers running. The 1-2, swing and a miss. All right, are we still live? We're still live, right? Okay. Yeah, it's too much. Too much running. Hello? Are we still live? All right, good. Good. OBS just froze on me. But I can see chats. Okay. OBS just froze. And I'm not going to touch it. All right, so there goes that idea. Trying to do too much with it. I might, if this does not update, there's a spinning wheel. Just so you know, we might cut out. We might cut out. There's a spinning wheel over on OBS's side. Not even going to touch anything on that. Okay. So, 1 out in the top of the second inning. Sandy Alcantara just got himself a strikeout. That was against Palante. Okay. Maybe we could have an alert in chat, though. All right. We might cut out. Marlins are so bad they crashed the stream. 1 ball, no strikes. Two-0. That misses down for ball 3. Three balls, no strikes. To Pete Alonso. The 3-0 pitch is popped up. Sit out over towards shallow right field. And so the catch is made for out number 1. I'm surprised we're still running. It's between Reds and Mets for that final wild card spot. I don't even know which game I'm on right now. 1-2 pitch, and there's a swing and a miss. There's out number 2. All right. I think OBS is going to crash. One ball, no strikes to Jeff McNeil. And so the count is 1-1. So we got 1 out in the top of the second inning. Here's the 1-1 pitch, and that ball is fouled away. And that'll make the count now 1-2. The 1-2 pitch. That ball is fouled. What's up, Josh? Thanks so much for coming back on. We might crash, just so you know. But if that's the case, we're coming back. OBS, it did not like me trying to show the standings because I have a lot running on my computer. On my laptop, that is. 2 balls, 2 strikes. They're going to the bottom of the second out in Miami. But it's 2-2 to Jeff McNeil. The next pitch. And there's a line drive hit out to left field. It's a foul ball. Two-two to Jeff. Ground ball hit sharply over to first base. And the flip over to the pitcher is in plenty of time. The application is not working. The program may respond again if you want. All right.